How do you do? We're about to unfold the story of Frankenstein. It is one of the strangest tales ever told. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. Well, we've warned you.
You have been warned. Welcome back to Frankenstein Minute, the podcast that examines the Universal Frankenstein film series minute by minute. I'm Thom Lang.
And I'm Bill Evenson. And we're talking about minute 40 of Universal's 1931 film Frankenstein. It's one of these great minutes where the last minute ends and the next minute starts.
Just perfect,
something different. We're outside the castle. I'm sorry. We're outside the watchtower. And who has arrived but May Clark, Elizabeth, and Henry's
Kerr,
dad,
yes.
the Baron, Frederick Kerr. And
his enormous goiter.
And his goiter is there as well. It's like an uncredited
this little cameo.
Yeah, and he immediately says it's a pretty sort of something
sort of place for my son to be.
Yeah, he's said this before. Pretty sort of experiments these must be. I don't know what pretty means to this guy, but it's some sort of definition I'm not
immediately familiar with.
Like, he's just a jackass.
He's showing his class here, or I guess lack of it, but in terms of his upper classness, this place isn't fit for my son to be in.
And the use of the word pretty it just adds an additional ugliness to it. Like, he's saying it's pretty, like something that's pretty is objectionable.
Yeah.
He's too smart. He's too practical to worry about such things. So to call something pretty is to denigrate it.
Yeah.
Although, having said that, I guess he's sort of saying the opposite.
Well, he's saying it kind of like, oh, what a fine place.
Yeah, a fine place.
Yeah, it's like when you say, oh, that's pretty ugly.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I think that's kind of where
I guess his house is pretty.
It is pretty.
He's got a nice, pretty life.
I could live there.
Henry is going to go...
Marrying a pretty girl?
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
He likes pretty things.
Pretty things.
And he has no time for this foolishness.
Nope. And I notice as they go to the door that they both step over something.
Oh.
There's something, I don't know if the rocks are uneven.
Sure.
But I noticed it the other day that they both step over something as they go up to the door.
I feel like Frederick was not in the best of health at this time.
I think he died shortly thereafter, is what I
so it seems like she's legitimately
helping him. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's her role in the film.
It is, but I think
real life.
May, you just make sure he doesn't fall. We don't need a broken hip here.
He's a treasure. Don't let him fall.
Yeah. No, I think the performance is great. I love Frederick Kerr.
Yeah.
The character's an asshole.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Here's one of those instances where you have to separate the person from the character. But the work he does is
exemplary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, again, it's a very, very, very boring character in the Flory script.
Okay.
And he's given some color in the rewrite for Whale. And then certainly the casting of this. He adds some little huffs and harumphing.
Yeah.
And he gets away with saying God. That was never cut out that I'm aware of.
Right. It's weird.
It is, it's definitely...
Like he's going to say, God
damn it.
Fucking damn it.
Yeah. It's definitely, used as a curse.
Mm-hmm. No question.
So how it got by, I don't know, unless they didn't quite hear it.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's possible. Because he says, God, shh.
Yeah, he's just sort of...
Does he say shh or something like that? Like, God, shh.
There is
scraping.
It's one of...
So he scrapes his cane.
He scrapes his cane on the grate.
On the grate on the outside of that door, which is like the perfect thing for his character to do in like any situation.
Right. And
like when the fucking burgomaster comes, he scrapes his cane on his face.
Well, it takes like 2 seconds to set him off.
Yeah.
He knocks on the door.
Yeah, he's the most impatient character.
Yeah. He's like,
there doesn't seem to be anybody in the place.
Yeah.
Is he still
knocking?
I thought he was the most impatient guy in the world, and he's more impatient than I thought.
Than you thought.
To this moment. He's had enough.
Yeah.
Well, he's been to the windmill.
Yeah, they already went to the windmill. Yeah. No one was there. That's got to be frustrating.
Doesn't seem to be anybody in the place.
And she is as patient as a saint. I mean, she's just like, she barely reacts to him just having this temper tantrum.
Is this the front door?
This is it. What's it look like?
I don't see why you're
where's the confusion? Yeah.
That's fine.
And when he's having his little temper tantrum, scraping at the window, and she just like, here he goes again.
He's so quick to temper that she doesn't have time to react.
Yeah, really, not really, yeah.
Because it doesn't take long.
No, it's instantaneous, yeah.
And so then the door is opened, and they come in, and the situation is different than when Bowles got there. Yeah. In that the monster's gone.
Waldman's gone. Henry's gone.
Victor's the only one. Everybody's gone.
Yeah, Victor's the only one there when he answers the door.
Yeah. But there's a torch on the floor. Yeah. And he says, "You're trying to burn it down?" It's really funny. Yeah. It's legit funny to me.
It is.
You're trying to burn it down.
Well, especially since it's a stone structure. Yeah. It'd be a little difficult to burn it down.
That's a good point. Yeah. Is the floor stone?
I believe so.
Probably.
It looks like it is. Up in the lab, it's not. It's wood.
Yeah, okay. But
down on the main level there, it's
the foyer.
The foyer, the great room, whatever you want to call it.
The great room. You're trying to burn it down. Good lines, funny. And then he says, what's the matter with you? You look like you've been kicked by a horse. Which is... I mean, it's sort of regrettable that neither one of us has said that before now. In respect to John Bowles. Yeah. I think that's the title of his biography. What's the matter with you?
Kicked by a horse.
You look like you've been kicked by a horse.
I think he'd be more comfortable if he had.
Like we said, because Westerns.
He's way out of his element here.
Yeah.
Primarily did some Westerns, light romance, several Shirley Temple movies.
You mean that he could be doing anything?
And he'd rather be anywhere but doing this movie is what I get. Because it's way over his head. I'm sure he didn't understand whale. He strikes me as I don't get this, but okay, whatever you say. He was, though, a spy for the U.S. in World War I.
Oh, yeah, I think I did read that
somewhere. I'm surprised we didn't mention it earlier. Right. But, so to give him some cred.
That's interesting, because being a spy... I read this, actually. Thank you for bringing it up, because he performed this task in like 3 different countries.
Yes,
like in Belgium,
Germany, and
France, and wherever. Yeah. So he was clearly good at it.
Yeah.
So what being a spy is, in my opinion, is acting.
Yeah, you kind of
It's
to
like a huge part of what you're doing has to be acting. So I guess I could see where the guy might.
We've all seen Mission Impossible. We know.
There you go.
At least the TV show.
Yeah. Well. No, we're going to go there. No, I just watched one of the movies again. They're great. Tom Cruise is great. I saw a review of the latest Mission Impossible movie by the Red Letter Media guys, where they're talking about basically when you go see these movies, you're watching a billionaire go on his adventure. Yeah. Because it's Tom Cruise doing it. Yeah. There's no stunt person. It's just Tom Cruise jumping off roofs and stuff and twisting his ankle, and we get to watch. They're great.
I guess so.
But being a spy is acting.
Yes, it is.
You have to have some sort of acting skill to do it.
Yeah.
So I could see he did that, and then when he was done, he was like, "Well, I could be an actor." And then he finds out, it's not easy. Quite the same.
Yeah.
And this would be the one situation where you think you'd have that skill set. You'd be the improvising.
Right.
You
thinking
Victor
on your feet.
Is asked.
Yeah. To think on his feet, and he fails.
Yeah. He fails miserably. His response to the Baron. And it's brilliant, really, because it works with the character. Is a blank stare.
Yeah,
he's got.
He doesn't say anything.
Yeah, he can't be disturbed right now.
Yeah,
I guess that's better than nothing.
Yeah,
you get the impression that if the Baron gives a few more seconds to berate him, he's gonna be like, "Oh, there's Henry created a monster.
Yeah,
he carried it down the stairs.
Blurts it all out.
You're over there."
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Elizabeth rolling her eyes. Oh, God! Can't believe you were hitting on me, you stupid pig.
Well, there's a nice moment though when the Baron turns away and she's like, "No, really, where is he?"
Yeah,
and he does this just a little glance upward, which I think is a nice little moment on his part. To give him credit.
Right. Yes, that's true.
To give him some
Bowles,
credit.
Yeah.
He does
like, indicate that he
has some cognizant understanding of his surroundings.
In a place. Yeah. He's in a spot. Like, I'm trying not to say the wrong thing here. Try not to say Try not to say the M word. Monster.
And they have to know, both of them, Elizabeth and Victor, that the monster's still there somewhere. Mm-hmm. You would think they'd have to know, because they were there when it's alive.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They would have to know.
I would say
they would at least suspect that it's still there.
Yeah. You never know how much time has gone past.
Right.
It seems like...
Is it this still a couple days or...
Right. I mean, like going back to the beginning where we talked about he's been gone 3 months and she hasn't heard a thing.
Yeah.
It's not unusual, I guess, to do that. But, of course, Bowles probably bumped into him in the woods several times.
Yeah.
I saw him earlier today.
Yeah, he's right outside.
What?
What are you talking about?
What's the big deal? He said, I don't know, he's going to create a woman now. I don't know, some whole deal.
His man was very strange.
That iconic line. This place seems to just drive everybody crazy.
It does.
And I think he's got a point.
I think it does.
Because, it's a dark, dank,
dusty,
shitty, awful place
falling
where horrible
apart.
people are doing awful shit.
Yeah.
I mean, not everyone is horrible, but...
the circumstances... The circumstances are pretty bad. Mm-hmm. It's not... You don't encounter this every day.
Yeah.
So it does kind of drive everybody crazy in their own way.
And from the Baron's perspective.
Oh, this has got to just seem like
fucking insane.
Fucking Alice in Wonderland here.
Yeah. Right. Why? What?
What on earth is? Yeah.
Are you trying to burn it down? What are you doing? Everybody's an idiot.
What is wrong with you people? What is that? Directly to Waldman's face.
Yeah, that's
what
weird.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, wait till he sees the other guy.
Yeah, you think that's weird.
He doesn't ever see the other guy, though.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. No. Not spoilers, but yeah.
He's got to be, but towards the end, you don't see it, but he's got to be aware of what happened.
I guess that'll be the question. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's reasonable to think so.
Yeah, because everybody is in the town, all the men anyway. But yeah, that's for another day.
Yes.
That's another, 30 minutes away?
Thereabouts. Less than 30.
Less than 30.
We're at 40 now.
40 now, yeah. Who'd have thought we would make it this far?
That's right.
When we started this...
Back in Labor Day of 2018.
Way back when.
Those were the days.
Yeah, it was.
That was pre-impeachment.
Yes, it was.
Those amazing times.
Salad days.
Oh,
it was glorious, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll watch a movie like from the late 80s, and I'll say it's the glorious pre-digital effects days.
Yeah.
Like I watch Batman. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
No.
But I'll watch Batman.
Batman 1989.
Yeah. And it's like, that was just so wonderful back then.
Yeah.
Where the special effects were special.
Yeah.
They're not just effects. I think they've taken the special out of effects.
The word special is lost.
Yeah.
You've seen The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
Because that's practical. They literally, this is the thing that I think is great about that movie. This is the thing I didn't know when I watched it. I thought that was really good. Then I watched the special features. Special features. They took a semi-truck and they... Yeah. They flipped it over lengthwise.
Well, you saw it. Did you see Mad Max Fury Road?
I haven't.
That was all practical, too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
So I think it's... Well... There's it's almost like we're in a backlash period.
Yes.
And where I especially see it is Star Wars. When they finally made another fucking Star Wars movie after years and years of this garbage.
Yeah.
And they made Force Awakens. I'll never be able to accurately assess how good a film that is. People try and criticize it for any number of reasons. Right. I'm like, I started crying when I saw that movie because they went on the spaceship that I love.
Yeah.
And
the first moment.
When they go inside the Millennium Falcon, I started crying.
Yep.
I teared up.
Well, when they released that little clip of Harrison Ford,
with
Chewie, we're home. Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yep.
Whole box of Kleenex. I mean, yeah.
I watched it on a plane on the way to the Star Wars. I went to the Star Wars convention that year. And I was like, oh, I see. I missed it, basically.
Oh.
That's great. I'm on my way to the convention, and you released this. You should have released it when I got there.
Yeah, right.
I mean? But yeah, practical effects. I think.
Yeah.
It is a sort of backlash.
It is. Yeah, which is nice to see. Anyway, I don't know how we got on that. I think that's about it.
That's
the Baron
40.
The Baron insults Waldman to his face, and nobody really thinks anything of it.
He's got no time for anybody but Elizabeth, and very little time for her.
Right. Yeah. What's that? And he just says "I" as the minute ends, so we'll find out exactly what Waldman is.
Waldman, this guy can exasperate the stoic Waldman.
Yes.
We'll
find out.
We'll find out.
But only after you follow us on Facebook.
Perfect.
Is that all right?
That works.
Okay.